Hello everyone and welcome to our channel Biodiversity and Conservation by MBA Prasad Research Foundation. So today our topic is on Zeuxine species available in India. So basically Zeuxine is one of the genus in Orchidaceae family, that it is one more complex, and sometimes it is misidentified, and it is very difficult to characterize this particular orchid species. So basically, I will talk about some of the Zeuxine species that are available in India, and sometimes it is also closely related to some other means to variation of Zeuxine species. I will give some of the information on that. So let's get started. So now we will talk about Zeuxine affinis. So as you can clearly see, the Zeuxine, the habitat or habit is it is a terrestrial orchid, and it is available in moist and moist areas mainly, as you can see. And the leaf litter must be there, because for the terrestrial orchid they collect their food, or you can say they can grow vividly the leaf litters are there in forest. So now we will talk about on Zeuxine affinis. So Zeuxine affinis, it is sometimes called grand lawn orchid, and it is as the it is plant I mean it is prostrate at base, erect upwards, and the flower is usually short to almost equally to the length of the stem. As you can see, the lip part or the leaf variation has a divided one, and it is a longer than the other Zeuxine species. So from here you can identify it, and you will not get misidentified with other species. So sometimes as in many research papers, I get to know that Zeuxine affinis is somewhat similar to Zeuxine grandis. So it is very much similar. So it is very much difficult, or you can say without flowering you can't identify this, because the leaf structure is somewhat similar to one another. So one more thing is that uh, the flowering period is from September to October, and the elevation is mostly to 300 to 2000 meter. And in India, it is mostly found in Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, West Bengal, and in Odisha, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Bihar, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So these are some specific region in India where this particular orchid can be found. So now we will move to our next Zeuxine species. So our next orchid is Zeuxine aegyacuna. So Zeuxine aegyacuna, it is a terrestrial orchid, and you can see the leaf structure. Means the leaf is protruding, means as upper of the it is not attached to the base. So from this you can identify it. And the flower structure, you can see it is a very unique type of pattern from all Zeuxine genus species. So, it is sometimes called Aegyocue lawn orchid, or it is a miniature like structure. So, it is very much difficult to sight this particular orchid in forest. And the flowers are, you can see the flowers are inverted and small. So it is and mainly the flowering period is from August to November, and the elevation is from 900 to 1600 meter. So from this you will find this particular orchid. Then we will come on the topic like in India where you can find this particular orchid. So only two areas the this particular orchid can be found, that is Meghalaya and West Bengal. So in India you will only find this particular orchid in these two places. So it has a very difficult to identify first, then second it is very much difficult to find this particular orchid in a very dense forest areas. So right now it is only available or you can see this particular orchid in India, in Meghalaya and West Bengal. Then comes to our next orchid species. So now we will talk about on Zeuxine andamanica. So from the species you can clearly see this identified, or you can see where you will particularly found this orchid is in Andaman and Nicobar Island. So from that you can see the species name is there. And one more thing is that it is still now not reported in any part of India because due to less availability, and it is only found in this particular region. So I have collected this picture from Flowers of India only, and I didn't get any more or say any other picture of this particular orchid. And one more thing is that it is sometimes called Andaman jewel orchid. And the flower spikes, as you can see, it has a many, but rather lexi flower is there. So and one more is that the lip is longer than the sepals. So from that you can identify it as you can make a variant from other species of the Zeuxine. The petals are narrower than the sepals, and it is elliptic also. And the dorsal, yes, the somewhat it is pointed. You can see convenient with the dorsal sepal to form a hooded covering, as you can see in the column area. So from this you can identify this particular orchid, but it is still now only reported in Andaman and Nicobar Island. So the flowering period is from August to October, and its elevation is up to 100 meter. So now we will move to our next orchid species. So now we will talk about on Zeuxine chaudhuri. So Zeuxine chaudhuri, it is a terrestrial orchid, and one more thing is that it shows a very close resemblance with Zeuxine longilabris. So, but it can be easily distinguished, but we have to look closely through it because it has a very much similar to that to Zeuxine longilabris. So mainly you can distinguish with having an ovate lanceolate lateral sepals and broadly elliptic petals with rounded apex and apical labules with entire margin as compared to ovate oblong. So from this you can separate from one another species, and one is that in Longilabris they have a serration of helical margin varies. So the color of the sepals of Zeuxine chaudhuri is sometimes pinkish and red, whereas in Longilabris it is greenish white to greenish brown. So it is some of the little detailing in this particular orchid, in particular Zeuxine species. So from that you can distinguish this two type of Zeuxine species. So you will not get confused by that. So mainly the flowering period is from May to July, and the elevation is 1000 to 1200 meter. And one more thing is that since it is a new species, yeah, so the name you can see the chaudhry. So Chodrai is given to the mean one person that is mean orchidologist in Botanical Surveys of India. So from his name, Dr. H. J. Chaudhary, this particular orchid is given to his name. And in India, it is only one and only found in Tamil Nadu. So till now, I have not got any research or in journals or in any other website that this particular orchid is found in any other places of India. So till now, it is only available in Tamil Nadu. So let's move to our next orchid species. So now this particular archive is Zeuxine clandestine. So from this you can see that I have collected this particular information from two of the papers. So these are my references as you can see. And one more thing is that Zeuxine clandestine is a very recently in 2011 I guess it is reported or you can say rare orchid is found in West Bengal area. So its flowering period is from March to April and its elevation is up to 500 meter. And one more thing is that in India it is mostly reported from Arunachal Pradesh and Assam, but in West Bengal also it is reported by first time from the I guess national park from Buksa National Park. So as you can see, so this particular orchid as you can see it has a very prominent type of leaf variation or you can say prominent type of inflorescence is that which makes it different from one of other species of Zeuxine. As you can see here, the detailing is given in this paper. If you want to go through this particular orchid, you can go through this particular references that I have given, so you can get to know about their how they can be distinguished from other orchid species. And so now sometimes it is also reported or you can say also sometimes it resembles is that Zeuxine clandestine is sometimes closely resembles to Zeuxine gracilis and Zeuxine flava also. So mainly the distinguished character in that is the inflorescence part or you can say the flower structure. So in gracilis it has very more prominent as you can see it can be easily be seen the bilobed part of the leaf, but in clandestine it has a very small structure or you can say very small meter or you can say a small size is there. So from that you can resemble, sometimes it can be resembled, but it is from that you can distinguish this particular Zeuxine species from the lip and the inflorescence part. So now we will move to our next Zeuxine species. Then comes to our Zeuxine flava. So Zeuxine flava, as you can see, it is a terrestrial orchid also, and the flowering is period is from April to July, and the elevation is up to 1,800 meter. And the other name of this species is the yellow Zeuxine. And one more thing is that you can see it has a very similar structure from other gracilis, Zeuxine gracilis, but what makes it different from gracilis is that the color of the flower. As you can see, it is purely or you can say it is totally yellow in color, but gracilis is white in color. So from that you can identify this particular orchid. So in India, where you can find this particular orchid? In Meghalaya, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, West Bengal, and Uttarakhand, and Manipur also, this particular orchid can be found. Then move to our next Zeuxine species. So now we will move to our Zeuxine glandulosa. So this particular orchid has a very, you can say, less population in India because due to its mean diversity in any of the species of Zeuxine, it has very less population, or you can say very less reported. So in some of the journal I get to know that I have only found this mean one and only pic where I can take it and get to show you that it has a very less documentation, or you can say very less reported of this particular species. So I have only this picture. So from this source I have taken this picture, and the flowering period is from March to April, and it is one of the terrestrial orchid, and the elevation is up to 900 meter. And one more thing is that um, as you can see, it has a very prominent type of lip, or you can say the flower is not clearly seen, but you can see from the upper side it has a very different type of flower structure is that. So from that you can identify it. And that in Zeuxine glandulosa, the what makes it prominent is that is sometimes similar to Zeuxine gudiroids that we will talk about on our next slides. So it is mainly found in dense forest and sometimes cool and shady places. So here you can see the column and the lip part has a very distinguished character. So from this I can only say this Zeuxine glandulosa about this, but you can go through these references and get to know about more about their distribution, about their morphology and other aspects. So now we will move to our next Zeuxine species. And one more thing I forget about tell about the Zeuxine glandulosa is that it is in India. It is found in Assam, Sikkim, and West Bengal. So now we will talk about on Zeuxine gudiroids. So Zeuxine gudiroids is somewhat similar, or you can say resembles same as Zeuxine nervosa. But what makes it different is that in their leaves with white to grayish white bands along with midvein. So from this you can characterize this particular orchid. So from leaf you can clearly see that yes, it is a Zeuxine gudiroids or Zeuxine nervosa, because from the leaf, if the leaves is not present, then it is very much difficult to identify it. So without leaf you will not without leaf you will definitely get confused, because flower structure is somewhat similar to one another. And one more thing is that in India it is found in Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, and West Bengal. And the flowering period is from July to October, and you can see the elevation is mostly 1000 to 2500 meter. So these are some of the references that I have taken this particular picture, or you can say if you want to go through or want to know about more on Zeuxine gudiroids, you can go through these particular references that I have given. So now we will move to our Zeuxine other species. So now we will talk about on Zeuxine gracilis. So in Zeuxine gracilis, you can see the lip variation. It is not a very means not much bilobe. and the yellow part is so much prominent that from distance you can only see the yellowish mean color variation, yellowish and whitish. So from that you can identify it is Zeuxine gracilis, but sometimes it is also somewhat similar to other Zeuxine species, but from the leaf, or you can say, or from the color, it can be identified. And one more thing is that the flowering period is from February to May, and the elevation is from 1000 to 1800 meter. So in India, basically we will found in Sikkim, Uttarakhand and Odisha, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Andaman and Nicobar. So these are some specific in places in India where you will find this particular orchid. So thank you for watching. Hope you will like this video. And these are some of the Zeuxine species that are available in India, about how you will identify it and how it is similar to one other Zeuxine species. So how you will identify them, and what makes it different from one another. So these are some of the aspects of Zeuxine species. There are many more Zeuxine there, so these are some of the glimpses that I have told you about. So hope you will like this video and keep watching our channel, and don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you.